So we're here, and I can tell it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer because the amount of little insects is increasing. I'm having the window open half the day, almost all of day, and the stew smell seems to, well, invite them. Let's say it like that. It's inviting them. So I'll be buying a little, how do you call it? These little nets that you put in front of the window. Well, who cares? Welcome to the ingredient drop on day 14. It's already day 14, 2 weeks. Kind of crazy to think about it. Really, wow, they've been doing this for 2 weeks already. When I started, I told myself I would try it out for 2 weeks because I had no clue, like, would I get bored of the taste? Would it be disgusting? How hard would it be? How interesting would it stay? And so on. So I told myself, okay, 2 weeks, I'm gonna try it. 2 weeks is easy. Because 2 weeks is like, okay, if it's really not working, I could maybe even send the cooker back if I really disliked it from a general standpoint. If it was okay, but I didn't want to eat it all the time, I would keep it. And now, after 2 weeks, I still enjoy the Perpetual stew. I do enjoy it. Let me just... I enjoy the taste, I enjoy the variety, which is surprising because some people ask me, and it's like, in all honesty, I've got more variety in my food now than I had before. Because before I had like 2 or 3 canned food things that I liked, and now I've got a different taste almost every day. And yeah, cowboy, the remote controlled salt gun to shoot bugs. Man, I'm sure I would wake up to a whole mess of salt all around. But I might consider it. I'm working on the laptop right now. I don't know if it will work out or not. The laptop is so old and so slow. I think it might not be good enough to manage the stream. And if it does manage the stream, then it would be really hard to get a bot running. At least that's what I think. The question is, does it handle the video and everything well or not? Because I think, purely theoretical, the bot and the video stream don't need to be on the same machine. But we'll see. Technomancy. Yeah. So, well, what is it said? The Omnisire be praised, right? Someone's got to do the unholy work of technomancy, because we've got to keep this stew running over the millennia. So let me show you what we've got today. Yeah. We go. I have not found out up to this point a method to get this lid off without dropping some water somewhere. I'm just not smart enough for that, it seems. Oh yeah, let me move the camera. There you go. So you can all see it. It's a nice amount of solids in there. Quite nice, as you can see. No matter where I dunk in, I've got a nice amount going. Some bones, some meat, everything. Yeah, it's really nice. Tastes awesome. Really. Today it tastes really great, and that's why I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, President. Thank you very much. It looks great. It tastes great. That's why I've gave it an 8 out of 10. What thinking of giving it an 8.5, but I'm still a beginner, and I think there's just so much room upwards. I think we can make it much better. I think it will be much, much, much better. So, what is my issue right now? One of my issues is that I think I have a problem with the mushy ground, because all the ingredients I showed you was on the top, but look, on the ground there is a lot of the lentils are still around, and I took a lot of it out in my last plate, but all of the little bacon pieces and all of the lentils, they're all on the ground, like just mushy ground stuff. And now I'm thinking, well, I should most likely sieve it again tomorrow. Now, I think a big part, Cowboy, I was really hoping the lentils would have just melted. Damn, internet lied to us all. I think I read a bit about it. I have no clue. One thing is the water isn't hot enough. We are not in boiling water. So it could be that because they're not moving as much and I'm not really steering around, that they don't not decompose, but like not deconstruct as much. And the second thing I read was that the pH level of the whole stew makes a big difference. That it's not dissolving as fast because I have the wrong acidity. I have no clue if that's true or not, by the way. I have absolutely no clue. I'm just repeating comments that I was told. And as usual, who knows if those comments can be trusted or not? You know, who knows? I don't know. But it still tasted good. It still tasted good. That's an important point. And now I'm thinking that tomorrow I'll sieve it again. I don't think I have to. I think we could leave it in. But I want to sieve it once before making it bitter. And now my idea is that I'm going to sieve it tomorrow. And that's a question of what do I do today? I didn't want to give in too many ingredients today, so I don't waste anything. I want to try out the patty idea again today without sieving it completely. So that's another thing that I just want to try it out a bit. And that brings us to the next point. Hey Jarnukov, no, we didn't start early. You're just a bit late, I think. Or was I too early? Nah. I think I was even late today. Oh shit. Shit, I made a mistake. I'm way too early. It's 7:30 p.m. and not 8. Ah, man. For everyone who's punctual, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I messed it up. Now, what do? I should leave some elevator music in the background and do nothing for 20 minutes now. Ah, man, sorry. Yaronkov, you are a smart guy. You made me realize what an idiot I am. Sorry. I can't even handle the clock. Unbelievable. The other guys in the chat. Cowboy, Presidente, why is no one telling me I'm too early? Why is nobody telling me I'm too early in the chat? Ay. Oh, man. Well, got some time to clean up then. I'll be cleaning in the meantime while I read the chat. Oh, man. Bro, I'm from Florida. It's 1:48 here. Yeah, but you should know that it's with your time. It's supposed to start at 2 p.m. Not at 30. I mean, why am I so stupid? Also, cool, Florida. The famous Florida man. I'm always wrong with it too, so I just jump on as often as I can, honestly, yeah. Well, if I make the laptop work, if I manage to make it work, we'll have a live counter always counting down to, when is the next live stream going to happen. Well, the live stream is going to be all the time, but I mean the next ingredient drop. And it will calculate it, which I think would be a nice idea. But we'll see if it works or not. It all depends heavily. Wicked awesome. Yeah. Well, don't be too happy too early. Okay? Don't be too happy too early. As I said, I took one of my old laptops, and I'm really not confident that it will be strong enough to handle the video stream. And I don't have, I have the money, but I really just don't want to buy a laptop solely for this stream, like buying a 200-300 euro laptop. Get a can of air and blow it out really well. Huh? You mean, yeah. No, I don't mean, I posted the specs before. It's like an old i5 4300 CPU with just 8 gigs of RAM. So it's like, either it's going to work out and work nicely, or it's just too old. But on the flip side, I think we're just doing a 720p stream. Not like I'm not making HD videos and not full HD, so it should be easier for the computer to handle it. But we'll see. The question is if it can handle the few little extras that we want to program into the bot. Don't you have to put it in Rise overnight so Asians can come fix it? It's not broken, it's just old. The Asians can't make it young again. I mean, maybe, who knows? Also, I've been a very lazy person today. I've not done anything that I should have done. I wasn't in the gym. I wasn't doing proper work. I was just making stupid stew memes. A few bangers, if I may say so. A few bangers, but I was just making memes. But overall, it was a nice day because I laughed a lot, okay? Yeah, don't skip the gym again. I didn't skip, I didn't even start. But yeah, I'm going to take it more serious tomorrow on. But today I just saw too many memes and wanted to make some. Like, seriously, it's stupid, I know, it's el estúpido, es muy estúpido. But I wanted to be honest to you guys. You get an honest stew master. I won't lie to you. I was just happy with the stew today. I ate it. It was tasting great. I took immediately a second plate, which made me way too overeaten and lazy. And then I didn't want to do anything for the rest of the day. I did the bare minimum of what I had to do. I've got a few bangers I've made, but I can't post them while banned. Ah, man. Well, you can upload them to something like PicHost or something, like a site where you can just upload images. And you could post the links into the chat. Here, into the Twitch chat, as long as it's like family friendly. Also, it's really nice how everyone is pretty supportive of the whole project, except, like, it's also really interesting for me to see the differences on the different platforms. Like, how the comments are, who is talking in which way, who is nice and who isn't. Man, this drain is just too clogged up. One of the nicest communities is the basket weavers, surprisingly. Really surprising. Where it's like almost only nice comments. I was surprised how much X is paid to play. I cannot believe that I've been posting all the videos with a few other posts on X, and I've had not a single like and not a single follower. Nothing. Nothing, not a single one. I don't believe it. I think it's because I don't have the because I don't pay for the account. Or maybe the content is just that bad for X, who knows? Maybe it is. Could be, who knows? But still, I was surprised. I was really surprised. Threads the same. On Threads, I got at least one follower. And for those who don't know, Threads is the like the Twitter clone from Facebook that they made a few years ago. It's a honeypot for a certain merchant. Yeah, I can't even say that. Tweet for it. Yeah. And it's like, so I gotta do that. YouTube works nicely, very nice comments. Mostly people who want to support it, like talking about ingredients and stuff. They're cute, they're nice. Insta is like way less traction, but it's a good like 100 or 200 followers. And the guy, so many comments on Instagram are kind of mean about someone else has done this content before. They're like, oh, you stole the idea. How dare you? How dare you steal this idea? Someone else did that before you. Like, okay, man, easy. Never said I'm OG. Like, in half of my comments, I even tell the people who the guy with the original idea was. And make sure that people know and go to his account. But like, you can tell immediately that Instagram has way more content creators that want to monetize. It at least seems that way to me. So they're way more angry about someone who does something that someone else did. Instagram sucks and attracts mostly narcissists. That could be. Cowboy, good for them. Did you know there have been other people in history who have made stew before? Yeah, like the idea of perpetual stew is hundreds of years old. And I've heard of it alone from memes many years ago. But I will always be honest, Zach Makes was the one who did the content that I saw. At least for me, he was the OG. And that he had a few hundred episodes online. And I had one day, there was a Sunday, like a few weeks ago, a lazy Sunday, and I watched 100 of his clips one after another. And that was for me the thing that made me say, hey, you know what, this sounds kind of interesting. This seems like something where I put in as much work and energy as I do right now. With, you know, it's basically almost the same as the work I had with the canned food. But I would have healthier and better food. Okay, I want to try it out. And so I want to be honest, I want to give him credit for that, because it's a nice thing he did. And as far as I know, he's unemployed. So Zach is unemployed, has no money, has no income, and he pretty much lives off of the content and everything. So I want to, forward people over there. So if they like this stuff and they like him and his way of doing this, I want them to know that he exists, Because in comparison, I have my own business, I make money in other ways. This is just for fun for me. I'm not a content creator who wants to make, not that I don't want to make money. If you come to me, if Mr. Beast comes and says, hey, we want to buy the idea for $1 million, or hey, can we report on you? You get 10,000 euros. Well, I'm gonna sell out immediately, But like, I don't need it to succeed, and I don't plan on making money with it. I just think it's a neat little hobby and a neat little idea. And because the content helped me come up with the idea, I thought I should document it for other people who might also be interested in this kind of stuff. Because again, there's a bit of a difference between content that you make to get views and engagement and content that is done just, naturally. Let me say it like this, because I don't choose ingredients to be like clickbaity, So I cleaned a bit. Let me see what time we have. Nice, 8 p.m. So now, now we start. Welcome everyone who hasn't been here all the time already. And yeah, sorry for being too early before. Sorry. There then. My little lucky mushroom mug. So let's see how it goes. A little magnesium. What is this in English? Magnesium. Kalium, I think. Or something. The stuff for the muscles. So they don't get tired as fast. Because the stew doesn't just give enough of that. So today. Ingredients that I got. I didn't get a lot because, as I said, well, this is vanilla yogurt for me later on. This is our main ingredient today, and because I want to try patties, I got myself some ketchup and a cocktail sauce. And yeah, I got the cheapest variants of them. The cheapest. I don't expect any of them to really taste really good. Because, as I said, I'm going for the cheapest stuff. And here is our main ingredient of the day. Cabbage. Let me see if I have different names in English or if I use the right one. Okay, it is called white cabbage, it seems, in English. Not just cabbage, it's white cabbage. So far, we've had Savoy cabbage, and now we're going to use white cabbage. Yeah? There we go. Let's get those slices off of there. So, Cabbage Bros keep winning. Yeah, because cabbage is great in those stews. Incredibly great, gotta admit. So far, at least. I've made good experiences with it so far. President, I will be trying cabbage in my next stew after seeing it work well for you before. Yeah! Well, today we're going to try this cabbage out. And then we'll see how it goes. I picked the cabbage because I think it will work nicely with my plan. My plan is I want to direct the stew in the next today and tomorrow towards a red taste. And what I mean is like these southern European meals like goulash, ayvar, paprika chicken, or filled paprikas. Something in this area. And I want to go from the green taste that we have right now to the red taste. But not like hot. Rather this Eastern European style. But the Southern East, the Yugoslav, the South Slavic style. Yeah, tomato paste will be one of those ingredients for that. Absolutely. And because I thought, okay, tomorrow I should sieve it anyway. I thought it would be a great test to put in a bit of cabbage today, because the rest of the taste, I think, should taste great with cabbage. And then I will have a bit of an experiment. How does it taste if it's cooked? And then tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, we will be working on this red taste and a bit more chicken area. Then we go from the beefy taste that we have right now to the chickeny taste with paprika. That's my theory. It's the first time that I will try to like have a plan for 2 or 3 days. But I think I've gotten confident enough in understanding how this cooker works and how the ingredients are long term to try it out, to like plan it out for 1, 2, 3 days with the when do I sieve, when do I take out the solids, when do I start putting in what ingredient for what meal in the long term. Maybe I'm completely messing it up too. I don't know. Could be that we get the completely messed up blah. But that is also why I'm going to try out the patties today again. Because I want to get quite a bit of those solids that I still have in there out today. I want to get them out today. And that's why we're going to play a little game. I got this prepared here. Let's put this aside. As you can see, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Nice. This right here, we're going to take out some of the solids. That's the word. That's the word. And make a bit of patties out of it. Just a little bit. Like that. I'm trying to scrape it mostly off of the ground. And here, I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Here, there's a lot of the lentils that are on the ground there. I think that's enough mass for a few patties, just to test it. I hope the sound of that thing that I'm moving around isn't too bad. I hope. Sorry if it is. And now I hopefully got quite a bit of the solids out of the stew that was on the ground. I don't think all of it, but we got a good chunk of it out, in my opinion. And that means that it's not going to get as bitter until tomorrow. Sounds like a lawine. Okay. I'll find a better solution, okay? We already experimented today. It doesn't quite work. Oh yeah, let me click it in. Let me throw it in just as an experiment. Right. Just a moment, guys. Okay, just a moment. Here we go. I created this weird Amazon list. I have no clue. It doesn't work properly right now. I have to adapt it and find out how it works and why it works and so on. But I was asked about so many things to add and to buy that I just don't want to buy. I just don't want to waste money on all of that stuff. But some people commented on and on again about being curious, like a watt meter, to see how much power does it really drain. They want to know it. And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this little wish list, and people can just buy the stuff or suggest stuff that they want to have me included. And then if the viewers want it and are curious enough to pay for it, then I'll use it. Like someone wanted the pH meter to see the pH value of the food. And I'm like, okay, I don't care about it. I'm not going to buy a 30 or 50 buck pH meter for it. But if someone is curious enough, I promise to use it, you know, or like the power meter. So to all the guys who are online now, check the link, see if it works. I think it does not work. You can not buy it. Some people I only had one person so far try it out, and I got error messages. No? So, can you see what I'm doing? Well, you can see it, but could you buy it? Like, don't buy it. Don't waste your money, but get it into the basket and click on buying. Or do you get an error message? I had someone from America try it, and he got an error message. And I don't know if it's just him or if it's because he's American or not. I asked the AI, and the AI said, no, it should work. And just the usual BS. Do you even see what I do? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, an error for you too. I think so. I think something is not set up correctly. Or maybe I need to get other stores, or I don't know. We'll find out over the coming days. Thank God we're not in a hurry about these things. I don't think anyone has any issues or any trouble about that stuff. But hey, kind of nice that we've got that going too. Just a heads up, Amazon is doing a update soon that would let anybody who buys your stuff off the wishlist see your address. Yeah, I don't care. I gotta admit, it's already now in that mode, because in my country, first thing, I'm in another country anyway. Like, I don't care. Like any crazy Austrians, I don't care. Still, Santos, I thank you very much. And I use my company address. And in my country, every company has to publicly have their address on a list anyway. So when you Google my name, you will find in the Wirtschaftskammer, in the economic chamber, you find my name, my company's name, and my address. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and that's why, I mean, for me, it's like, I'm already doxxed. If anyone wants to find my company, my office and everything, they can just Google it. They Google my name, they find where I am, and that's it. Yeah, I wouldn't want basket viewers knowing my address. Doxxed by your own government, yeah. Like, yeah, well, what am I supposed to do, What am I supposed to do? And I know I'm too stupid for it anyway. Like, one of the viewers recently said, "Oh, you showed your face." Yeah, accidentally. I know I will make mistakes. I have a very unique accent too, which means I'm just waiting for someone to find other stuff that I did online and to say, "Hey, wait, that's the same accent. That's the same way he speaks. That's the same voice. That is him. Oh, man." And then they can connect one to one, and that's it. It's like, okay, I know someone will find me. Yaranukov, I think most people watching are from the forum, so you probably won't get many crazes. Well, a lot of them are on TikTok too. You're supposed to go to the gym and get stronger than any crazes that might show up. Yeah, right. Also, man, it's gonna be alright. Oh no, he's a furry. I'm not a furry. Hey, wait. We have containment breach. Containment breach. Already solved. It's clean, guys. It's clean. Relax. Put down the guns. He didn't know. He didn't mean it. Relax. Okay, relax, guys. Relax. He's not a fat. Okay, relax. Oh, man. Hey, it's Viking. Hello. Now, as I said, and no, I'm not a furry. Okay, I am not a furry. But once people make the connections, I'm pretty sure I'll be doxxed in, like, The moment people are interested in me, they will be able to dox me. It's that easy. Like if it's the name, someone can check an email, or like my accent, my voice, who knows, you know? Or like, I don't know how Twitch works. When I get this affiliate status, I think then in the imprint you will also find the company again that is aligned and that is connected with me. And as I said, in my country, when you know the company, you can dox the address and the owner. Stewman did say a certain knight's name who was suggesting garlic on here. Breach happened days ago. Yeah, there was a breach. So, yeah. Nice. For the ones that are new and don't know what I'm doing, I am taking out some of the solids right now. I'm letting them drain so they're getting drier, and we're going to make, well, they're not veggie patties anymore because there's meat in them, but we're going to make patties out of them. Breach happens all the time. Our very nature is going to keep people from entering the breach. It says funky on purpose now. Yeah, I say funky. Funky on purpose. Worst case scenario, this Steve is live. It's all going to work out nicely, as I said. Well, is it? It's still too hot for my fingers. I gotta wait a bit. And while we wait for that, while we wait for this, I'm gonna put it on the window shelf to cool down a bit. Yeah, I feel like a 50s housewife using my window shelf to do something. Isn't that cool? I just need someone to have that smell and to start flying towards it. Yeah, good life. Well, I gotta work too. That's a shame behind it. But that's the only thing. Okay. Today we're going to make it very easy. Not a lot of ingredients today, okay? We're gonna make it very basic. Okay? We've got the white cabbage. Of course, we're going to use a few potatoes because potatoes, like, how am I supposed to not use potatoes? Sea base, cowboy, nah. I am too much of a chicken shit for now to add anything from the seas. I don't trust it yet, okay? I made a huge leap yesterday with the mushrooms, okay? Yeah, fish too scares me. Yeah, President, right. Like if I mess it up and I don't like how fish tastes in it, or I don't know, like fish is way more strict as far as I understand it. Like way more strict. And if it tastes disgusting and it's going to linger in there for weeks, well, no, I heard shrimp. I can see about getting some Cahoon sausages sent your way if you want to toss some in. Tell me, what are Cahoon sausages? And cowboy, shrimp would honestly be a bad idea. I heard shrimps would be a very bad idea because they get all spongy and very bad. Yo, Viking, I'm from Austria in the middle of Europe. I have no clue what Cahoon and Louisiana means. I know Louisiana is a state. I know there's a few stereotypes around the area, but I have no clue. Like when you say, oh, it's like Cajun, not Cahoon. Cajun? Cajun or what? It's how it's pronounced. Cajun. I always thought Cahoon. Like how the Mexicans and so on speak. Cajun? What? Wait, what? Cajun? What the hell? Cajun. Okay, thank you. You always learn. It's a descendant of French settlers in the US Gulf area, very famous for our cooking. It's a state directly northwest of Florida. I think swamp fog. I think a blues man. Cajun. Cajun. The Cajun. I would have never thought that it's pronounced as Cajun. Never. Never ever. Cajun. Interesting. Interesting. Cajun might be too spicy for a stew, man. What kind of kitchen do you guys have in Cajun? What can I imagine? I know you have like you're at the beach, so you have a lot of seafood in there. Or am I wrong? Likes the heat. Depends on what sausage gets tossed in. The good smoked andouille might go a long way. I bet it's not like a bratwurst. I was thinking of adding sausages, and I will be adding some, but I don't know yet when, because rice, beans, seafood, sausages. Rice, beans, seafood. I mean, that sounds like, you know, my problem with these things is everybody tells me, oh, this area has these ingredients and this area has these, and it's always the same. It's always noodles, rice, beans, and stuff. Like, oh, we've got sausages. Everyone has sausages. Everyone has meat. Like, oh, we use chicken and beef, yeah, and pork. It's like, I don't know. You know, like we all use that all over the world, but it's still very different. Because everyone uses it differently. So it's really, really, really unique. But when I just hear the ingredients, it's like, yeah, okay, rice and beans. It could be Mexican, Austrian, American. It could be, even the English have baked beans in the morning. Best sausages I've ever had outside of a good beer bread, but that's comparing apples to oranges. Viking, we have a pretty solid German population history, so a lot of our sausages are kind of close to what you'd find in Austria. Okay, that's something that makes me... Okay. So, what do we do with the onion? Do we make big chunks for tomorrow, so we have something in the spoon? Or do we dice it so that they melt away and just give up the aroma into the stew and broth? Yeah, send me the details. Please, Swamp. Thank you. Yarlukov, in my culture, we love food. We value la familia and we love la abuela. Every culture ever. I mean, I recently saw these memes from, what was it? Some Scandinavian country where the guests and the friends from the children are not invited to the meal. Like, oh, your friend stays over? Yeah, let him stay in the room while we all eat and the family eats while the friend is in his room. And I was like, okay, that can't be real. And I don't know if it is real or a meme, but many responses were, oh, yeah, that's normal here. Oh, yeah, that's normal. And I was like, come on, it can't be normal. Like, you can't seriously do that. And Chad said we're gonna dice the onion, so we're gonna dice them. Like, come on, you know, like, I can't eat in my home and have a guest over and not share a bit of my food with them. Like, just let them wait and be hungry, or like, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's crazy. You're frigging guest, not an inconvenience. Yeah, right. But they don't even see it as something like rude or such. They just, yeah, it's normal, of course. Why should you? Just, he's a guest. Why should, blah, blah, you know? Okay. I'm preparing this kind of thing for the first time. So, we're going to work with the kraut. With the beautiful kraut. Imagine the guest sitting in the dark room praying for some scraps while he smells the food from a couple rooms over. Okay. Let me focus. I gotta focus. Time. Focus. Gotta focus on the soup. On the stew. So, it's the first time I'm working with this kind of stuff. It's gutes Weißkraut. Gutes Weißkraut. I just cut off a chunk. What would happen if you brought your own food over with you? We need someone from the Scandinavian countries to tell us. I'll just be cutting up a chunk like this, I think, just for bust out a thermos of stew. Oh man, Yarnikov, you probably have to hand it over to the mother for them to eat. Okay, that's hard. There we go. Is this enough? Should I do more? I think it's enough for today. I'm just going to test it a little bit. And then we have a lot of it tomorrow if what I plan works out. And these I'm going to cut. Do we go with chunky sizes or with slim cuts? I don't think I want to have it slim. I think I don't want to cut it like very, very fine. I think I want to have a bit chunkier. Chunky pieces. Chunky, yeah, chat says chunky too. President, oh, I gotta listen to El Presidente. El Presidente knows El Chunky is good. It's muy bueno. Muy bueno. Or Japanese, sugoi, sugoi. That's right, yeah. But we gotta listen to the others, Presidente. Maybe the cowboy. Viva la Repubblica. No, nix Repubblica. This is, how do you say it in English? The blessed and free autocratic country and empire of the stewmaster. For the people, but not through the people. And not by the people. As Franz Ferdinand has said, dictatorship. Dictatorship is a bad word. Okay, that's not what's going on here. It's not a dictatorship. It is a benevolent leadership. Okay? That's how it's done. And it's a real quote. I don't know if I'm translating it properly or not. It's the quote of Franz Ferdinand, the one who got shot and whose death started First World War. Benevolentator. Yeah, exactly. It's the People's Democratic Republic of Peace and Love. Exactly. Exactly. And he was like, the monarchy works, and the monarch should work for the people, but not through the people. So it's like, no, they don't get to vote and decide. The monarch decides what is going to happen, but he should do it for the people with the best intent for the people. So for the people, but not by the people. That was his saying. And now you learned something about history, and I can make chunky little... I think that's going to work out nicely. Aha! Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. People are generally pretty dumb anyway. Yeah, right. And when we say that, we always assume that we're the ones who won't be so dumb that we don't get listened to, right? We're always the ones who's smart enough and great enough to be listened to. And the benevolent leader will always have our opinions. That's the nice thing. At least that's how I see it and how I think it is. So, this looks nice, this looks good. I'm gonna be honest, guys. That's it for today. One onion is enough. A bit of this is enough. Exactly, the leader would see that I'm different. Yeah, built different. Listen, a wise, intelligent leader who's benevolent would of course have the same opinion as me. Like, how could it be any other way? If he is a genius, and he's a good person, and he's a saint, and he's a great character, then of course he will have the same opinions as me. And Cowboy, what's going on? What kind of panic with potatoes do you have? We already said potatoes are going to go in. Of course potatoes are going to go in. Of course, man. Of course. Like, do you take me for a scrub? So, we've got the mask back. Kartoffel time, yeah. As I said, I'm a benevolent leader. Don't forget that, yeah? So. Nice. That's our mass for the patties. There we go. A few potatoes. All hail the benevolent stew leader, Stew King, yeah! Yarnukov, man, thank goodness I've already eaten. Oh yeah? Cowboy, I'm still hungry. Well, if you were a citizen of the stew empire, you would never go hungry. See? But you are not. You are of a third world country like America instead of stew empire. Maybe one day you will be assimilated and be able to live in this great country. About to eat lunch, but stream is popping, so I'm waiting. Yeah, Presidente, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you think this is so interesting that food can wait a bit? The potato. The chat is going wild. The potatoes are out. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this affiliate thing because then we can do polls and they can have unique emotes, and I think the chat would benefit from that. Stewman, what would one need to do to become a stew citizen? Oh, not much. To become a stew citizen. Of course, renounce your citizenship, pledge your allegiance to the stew. I don't know what it's called in English, in German. Well, in English, how do you say? You vote that your firstborn son becomes the property of the stew country, of course. And if you have a daughter, it's going to be the primus noctis, right? Of course. Stew master is allowed to have the first night with the ladies. Such is life here, you know. Mandatory crockpot purchase. True. But not any crockpot. Not any. I'm going to start a company and it has to be the crockpot that I produce. Yeah. Of course, absolutely cheaply produced in Asia. Basket weavers don't have children, so that's fine. Yeah. Stew Kings, yeah. No, I mean, in all honesty, very short thing. I was wondering about doing something like it's fantasy, it's not like serious, but there is no brand that really tells you, hey, you can do a perpetual stew with this. And I don't believe it would be that much more expensive to build one that can handle running 24/7. I mean, my cooker costs around 100 euros. It just needs to hold the temperature. I'm pretty sure that like for 200 or 250 euros, you could make it work 24/7, like guaranteed for at least 1 or 2 years. The question would be, would there be a market for that? I mean, I don't think so, but it's an interesting thought, at least in my opinion. Okay? I think it's an interesting thought. So if I get 1 million followers, I will try it out. Just so you know. And now let's get it on with a few of the ingredients. Someone in the comments also said, yes, do manufacturing. Yeah, you can get a citizenship if you work for a year for free in the factories of the Perpetual stew cooker. You work 1 year for free, you get stew every day. You can eat a stew every day, no problem. And that's how you get the citizenship. That's a good idea. And of course, asylum for everyone who's got trouble. Like if you have to run away from your home, the stew empire welcomes you. As long as you work in the factories for free. So. And someone in the comments already said, oh, I need better lighting, and so on. And I'm like, hey man, I'm just a random dude cooking. Okay, I don't have a studio, I don't have all of that stuff. Like, relax. So, we're gonna start adding stuff. Here are the potatoes. I cut them. Wait, there's something. It's just a bit of onion. I cut them so they will fit nicely onto the, what is it called? Spoon. Those drops are better than the best dubstep. Yeah. Maybe I will one day add it to. I thought, if the laptop works in the bot, I could do a lot of weird stuff like my RGB lights, DMX controlling, and so on. Like really, but who knows? Like I don't want to promise too much. Onion, diced up onion, which is always a runner. Always one of the best things. Then we continue with Weißkraut. Cabbage, white cabbage. In German, Weißkraut. I think this is the one German word that all the Americans know too. Kraut. We will not be adding garlic today because we had too much garlic yesterday. And I feel that we're getting close to the dangerous area. So, now, I'm going to prepare this mass. One of the important things is to make it all smaller. Can you see it well? Or is the phone being a bit crazy? I'm making it all small. That's what I start with. Aha, the mushrooms are weird. They have a weird consistency. Wow. They are really, really, really hard to mash up. What, do you hear that? The weird... Yeah. Well, that's why they say you don't want to know how the sausage is made, right? That's what they say. There's no bone in there. Because one of the last things that I want to happen to me is that I get a bone somewhere and then have it like cut open my trachea or my was ist Speiseröhre? Speiseröhre in English. The channel. Get you, girl. Don't be dirty-minded. Don't be such dirty little fools, man. Shame on you. Shame on you. Are you teenagers or what? Huh? Really? I'm disappointed. You almost talk like guys who would be on some weird meme page on the internet. I wish my back hurt. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm old. So, let's get us another egg. Eggs are great. Just gotta test if it floats or not. Because ever since I saw that one video, I've gotten scared. Like he had that weird brown, gray, disgusting mass. Fall right into it. So, I think you'd smell it if it's gone off. Yeah, but if I smell it and it's gone off, then it's too late because then it's already ruined. The whole mass, you know? I need to know it beforehand so that I don't have issues. We add salt, good chunk of salt. What else should we add into the mass for the patties? I heard last time it was not smart of me that I didn't use more, more spices. Garlic powder. How did I know that you guys want to have garlic? What is going on with garlic? And where's my spoon? Yes. Spoon is still used from my meal. Wait. I should. Very scared of vampires. Wait. Let me get the camera ready. Yeah. That would be nice if I had a proper, well, like, there, it looks so disgusting. It really looks bad on camera. And I have not yet understood why. Big spoon or little spoon? Big spoon. Big spoon. Going to add garlic. Maybe I should first put in the egg. Mix it up first. Stewman, does this look better or worse than the canned food you were used to? In real or on video? And I never recorded the canned food on video, so I don't know what it would be like. But in real, this stew looks better, this mass looks worse. I would not trust this mass if I saw it. I just know it tastes good, and that's why I trust it. You know? I've been with it, I trust it, and I like it. If it wasn't by me, and I didn't know how it tasted, I would frown and be weirded out. I'm gonna be honest. There we go. Good shot for you guys. Garlic powder. There we go. Nice. What else goes into patties? I really don't know. You think that's a lot of garlic? Why is everything always such a load? Why is it? It was just a little bit. Like, it's not much. It's like a little, tiny little bit. Like a bit of powder, man. Black pepper. Yeah. Black pepper. Yeah. You guys too. Black pepper. I need one of those things to grind it. There we go. We've got black pepper and this. Maybe add that after the patties form. Why after? What? Why after? Then it doesn't taste anymore. Wait a moment. I'll just ask ChatGPT about the spices. Just a second, guys. Moment, going to be here. Okay. I have no clue if it's true or not. I just asked. You learn from family and friends. Wait. Wow, so much chat. Seasoning's gonna be great. Maybe add that after patties form. Okay. Many people say to form the patties, 10 season the meat. Well, the seasonings can make them not hold together as well. You form the patty, add spice to the outside, then cook it. I noticed from burgers. Apparently it makes it more tender and juicy. Americans have burger classes. You learn from family and friends and barbecues and cookouts. Do you not? Family reunions and town anniversaries. So yeah, burger classes only on America Day. Well, I'm used to have it in the mass. Gonna be honest. I'm used to have the stuff always worked into the mass. Sounds weird to not have it in there. A tiny pinch of Muskatnuss. Is nutmeg. There, just a tiny bit. A little shot of majoran. Majoran. Can you guys see it? There it is. Nice. Nice. I have no clue if those were good ideas or not, just so you know. Salmon, Wacholderbeeren, Petersilie, Oregano, Schnittlauch, and a bit of old parsley. Well, I'm not calling it old, it's dried parsley. But I got the wrong one, that's not parsley. Give me a second. This one is parsley. There we go. Parsley. Here for you guys. So, like this. Nice. I have no clue if those were good ideas or not. And I'm going to add a bit of sweet paprika. There you go. They're like this much. There, this amount. Nice. Now, either this will work out nicely or I made a complete disastrous mess. We'll find out quite soon. I lost viewers during the mess debacle. Once we started with the petty mess, I lost viewers. People can't stand it, huh? So. Well, I have no clue if this will work out or not. We'll find out soon, right? I also have no clue how much breadcrumbs is too much breadcrumbs. Don't worry, this is how you call the weak stomach. Yeah. I just people who got so hungry that they had to leave to eat something because it tastes and looks so great. That's at least what I'm going to tell myself. There. These patties are too much work for me yet because I'm not sure how to make them. But I think this will be much easier and faster in the future. I feel like, is this enough or not? Yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's a good amount. Yep, I think that's a good amount for a mess. I'll let it relax for a few minutes now. Well, a few minutes. I'm gonna let it relax while I talk. And the moment I get bored of talking, I will make them. Calling into chat who is still alive, who is still with us, and who did I lose? Is El Cowboy and El Presidente still with us? Yaranokov has already admitted he's there. The others we lost. May their souls rest in peace. They will be remembered as our beloved brethren. Not everyone can make it to the finish line, right? They aren't diva. Yeah, Yaranukov, we know. It's not the first time, it's not going to be the last time. It's going to be a very, very, very common staple that the mass for the patties has the color and the look of chocolate peanut butter, let's say it like this. But it tastes good, okay? Maybe one day I just get myself some food dye only to change it. Like to have not this brown mess. But on the flip side, I don't really care. There we go. Nice. Nice. They aren't devoted to the stew. Yeah, Presidente. El Presidente, you're right, they are not devoted enough. And that they are not devoted enough, well, not everyone is as strong as we are and as dedicated. We just need to accept that. So. I'm going to stir around our little stew. Looking forward to see how it will taste tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be adding a huge level of chunk and ingredients again. And today we'll leave it a bit more soupy. Why? Because I have no clue how the cabbage works. I read that it soaks up a lot of water and it grows. Like it pumps itself full of water. Yeah, whoever stops clapping first gets banned. Exactly. That's how it works here. Approval rating of 101%. Anything below means there will be heads rolling. Man, I really hope the cabbage will taste nice. The cool thing about this whole perpetual stew thing, for me at least, is how cheap it all is. It's like you get one or two, like what is it, 1-2 kilos, or like 2 to 4 pounds of ingredients for like $2, and you have more than enough to eat for a whole day. And if you put in 1 or 2 ingredients every day, it's more than enough to keep the whole broth and the whole thing in a nice, tasty way. I was wondering how it compares financially to your old canned food diet. It is a tiny bit more expensive than my old way of eating, I got to admit, but I was really eating weird. Like I was eating, no, it's not even true. I think it's not even true. Well, I was eating a can of chili con carne, for example, for €2. I was buying a can of mackerel to have some protein and the omega-3 and so on. That was €1.50. So I'm on €3.50. And then I was eating usually around 300 grams of noodles, around that amount per day. And that was my meal, and that's it. And this one meal was basically it. And then I cheated often with some snacks and other stuff. But like that was mostly how I ate. And it was like, as I said, how much was it? €2, 3, 4, like around €4 per day. Maybe 5, and I took something extra. And this is like €5 per day. Maybe sometimes I go up to, well, €6 or €7. And now I realize what I forgot. I should have bought, I wanted to buy marrow bones today. I forgot the marrow bones. That's it. I wanted the marrow taste to seep through the whole broth until tomorrow. That's stupid of me. That's really, really, really stupid. Now, yeah, well, such is life. Who cares? Who cares, right? But it's like on the same, mostly on the same economic level. But it is much healthier. I have much more food, and I have better food, and I have more variety. So I would say on basically every level it is better. And I think the only reason why it's not cheaper is because I don't make it cheaper. As you can see, I try out all kind of stuff and different things. If I, for example, I could just put in a few more onions, a few more potatoes, now a bit more cabbage, and I would have enough to eat for 2 or 3 days. If I didn't want to change it daily to learn a bit more, I could easily just throw it in and have food for 2 or 3 days. I could very well add noodles to it. Not necessarily into the stew, but like extra cooked and then done. I could get way further with, if I did rice. I've got lentils. I could add way more lentils. So I'm just trying to make it clear that I'm not maximizing it on being cheap, and I'm still being extremely cheap, even though I'm not looking to be cheap. I'm very sure that if I wanted to be cheap, I could get even lower. Like look for rebates, look for buy 2, pay 1, or like buy 3 and you only pay 2. I'm not looking for what is in season right now, what is cheaper, what could I buy in bulk, you know? So I think there is a lot of potential to be cheaper if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. It's not something I'm optimizing for right now. Which is not to say that it's bad to optimize for being cheap, you know? We all had times in our lives where it was a good thing and a good idea to be a bit more frugal. And I personally am very surprised, I just am, about how well this kind of meal allows you to be frugal. I'm really surprised by it. Like as I said, I could easily go to a big store, get myself like a 10 kilo or 20 pound potato sack, a 10 kilo, 20 pound onion sack, get a 5 kilo or 10 pound lentil sack, and I would have almost enough already. If you then go and buy a few of those, what is it called? Like these bouillon cubes. There are bigger cans that are much cheaper if you buy, one in this size, where it's like, okay, you've got for 100 liters of soup and you just add in a sprinkle every day into your thing. Just as considerations, There. So I personally am very surprised. I assumed it would be way more expensive with the meat and everything. But then again, the meats that work well with the stew are the cheap ones and the bones and so on. It's like, so overall, it's really nice and cheap. I keep on talking about the price because I'm that amazed by it. Patty time? Yes, I'm already at the site doing the patties. Patty time. Patty time. Patty time. Ah, you guys don't see it well. Give me a second. Yeah. Give me a second. So I reposition the stuff so that you can see me do it. If I ever get a proper station here, yep, that should, this way you should see it well. Nah, that's shit. I think we all would like to make jokes that I think are not allowed or I will get in trouble on Twitch. But we all are thinking of something, at least I do, that I could joke about here. Okay, and I know now how much of that mass is... Yeah, better not. Let's better not make that joke. There. Nice. I got 3.5 patties out of that mass. Just 3 patties? Wow, that's nothing. I kind of expected more, in all honesty. I really expected more. I thought I would get like 5, 6, maybe 7 out of it. But there you see how bad I am at judging these things. If I would have known that it's just so few, but it's still okay. It's just an experiment after all, right? But it's important to me to find out how I can adapt the whole stew into ingredients. I'm thinking of all kinds of things that we could do. Like, how well could I use the vegetables for lasagna? Yeah, such is the stew life. It's just super compressed. Yeah. Or like for pasta sauces. But we'll see. So, let me get over there. It looks so disgusting. Well, such is life. If you have a blender, blend these two vegetables with some broth to make a gravy. Yeah, gravy is going to be something we're going to test too, for sure, with a roux and a blender. I need to get a blender. We'll see. Vegetable gravy sounds like it should be a heresy. Well, you gotta consider it's not just vegetables. You have all the stuff from the bones, from the meat. I think it's going to be good, and you can call it, instead of a gravy, just a sauce in general. You know? I think it could also be a very nice sauce. I'm also curious about stuff like, if I had taken that mass as it was and just thrown it into what is it called in English? I think hash brownies from potatoes. I think it's hash brown, right? There we go, over there again. I think it's hash brown, where you fry the potato in the pan to get it nice and there we go. So there we go. Hash browns are shredded potatoes fried in the pan. Yeah, rusty. Yeah, exactly. And now I think, like this mass that we had, if I just made one big clump out of it, it should be pretty much also possible to do a hash brown out of it. Like with the mass I have right now, maybe the mistake is that I'm using only the vegetable mass from the stew. Maybe I should mix it like 1-to-1 with shredded potatoes. make the consistency a bit different. Or maybe 4-1, just to have a bit of the taste. You know, I don't know. There's so much I don't know. I hope that today the patties taste better. This will be an important information. I can only hope that I made it better. If it's a bit better than last time, then we are on a good trajectory. If not, then I might have to accept that we won't be getting nice patties out of it, which would break my heart. There we go. That's what the experiments are for, exactly. To find out and to learn. And I share it with everyone so everyone else knows it too. If anyone wants ever to try it. That's how we as mankind prosper. Some weird artist does something and records it for everyone. A bit weird how low the temperature got this time. 70 degrees. I took a lot of the solids out, but the broth should have been warm. Well, I added quite a bit of... It's true, I added quite... Yeah, I'll leave it like that, so I know for later on. There's the food. See it? Yeah, what do you say? Yeah, Duolingo. I know Duolingo. You want something from me? I did not study like a good boy. I know. It's way too dark. This just looks bad. How did you get the external thermometer? Very cool, by the way, so close to the cooker temperature. What do you mean? Huh? What do you mean with how did I get it so close with the temperature? It should show the same temperature. The sensors are both in the broth after all. Or what do you mean? Those things look like meatballs, much better than last time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope they taste better too. This is important. And I need more light. The one dude was right. I need more. Ah, you mean why the temperatures are this different? It depends. It heavily depends on the ingredients and on the broth. The more solids are inside, the more temperature can vary, especially when the drop happens. The longer it cooks, the more it becomes the same. And the sensors are on two different places in the broth. That means, for example, last time, the sensor was close to a bone. And the bone kept its mass and its heat very low for a long time. And it took it a long time until it got hot. While the other sensor was just in cabbage or something like that, which got hot immediately. And so it's like, it depends how isolating the ingredients in the pot are. And like a little bit of luck, where exactly is the broth, what is the temperature. It doesn't give the same temperature everywhere because water is not as good of a Leiter. Was ist Leiter? Of a conductor. It's not as good a conductor as something else. So you can have a few degrees difference. Well. Well. I'm curious to see how it tastes. Nice. The hour of the truth. Was the work worth it, or did I waste life again? Should I just accept to throw away the little solids once we sieve and just time it? Because, for example, I should sieve it tomorrow, and I could have just not given really new ingredients into there. I could have gone just with sauces and spices, and then tomorrow eat it. Then I would have almost no solids left. How does this taste, man? How do you taste? Hmm. 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 It's better than last time. We made it. Boys, we made it. Guys, we made it. They're better than last time. I wouldn't say good yet, President. They're not really good, but they're not bad. I would say from last time, 5.5. We went to, dare I say it, a 6? Dare I say that we went to a 6? Yes, I dare to. Yes, these patties are 6. Now, let's not be too optimistic. They're 5.9. A 5.9. Okay? A 5.9. Yeah. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it with the sauces. Don't worry. I just wanna make sure I get a good feel and good taste for it and analyze it a bit. For example, the thing that makes them not as good right now are the mushrooms. The mushrooms don't have a good consistency for patties. I see. They don't have the right consistency in patties. They don't mix with the rest of it. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, the mushrooms stay complete chunks. They don't mix. They don't get the egg in. They don't get the breadcrumbs in. They don't get the nothing. They're like foreign objects in the middle of the patty. But from the taste, they're good. Taste wise, it's still nice. Like they're not bothering. They're just the wrong consistency. Mm-hmm. 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 No, but seriously, I could come home illegals in my patties. Yeah, gotta be sent home if they don't adapt, right? Yeah, you see a whole, see that? A whole mushroom just there. You see? It didn't mix in. It just stayed there and then it fell out. Hmm. Yeah, you probably need a blender or something to get the mushroom. Yep, incorporated well. Exactly. Or, or I just don't do patties when I have mushrooms in there, which is fine too. I don't have to have mushrooms always in there, and I don't need to do patties always. Hmm. The important part is that it worked. Hmm. It worked nicely. Hmm. The hash brown idea might work with the mushroom. I think stuff that needs to be fried in the pan is not as good for the mushrooms because they don't really have the consistency for that. But like using broth and the solids and blending them into a more watery solution and then using that, for example, in gratin or in a lasagna, I think that would work well. It could work well. I'm not sure, but I think that could work. Mm? The important thing is not in a lasagna. That sounds bad. You think so? I mean, it could be. You're right. Hmm. Well, we're gonna test it out still. Might be a very bad idea. True. Why do you think that it would be a bad idea for lasagna? Mm-hmm. Stew and lasagna don't sound like a good pairing. Pour the sauce over mashed potatoes or something. Yeah, over mashed potatoes could be really interesting. That could be really, really interesting. Yeah, I don't know, Kov. I thought mushrooms and pasta went great together. I too. I think it depends a bit on what. We'll test it out. Maybe do like a stroganoff if you want pasta. I don't know what a stroganoff is. What is a stroganoff? Now, mushrooms in this are not good. Mm-mm. They are kind of annoying in this mess. Really, they don't work well. Mm-hmm. Mm. Ah. Mm. That was interesting. Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pasta with beef and creamy mushroom sauce. Yeah, that could be nice. Oof. Mm-hmm. See, the mushrooms are causing trouble here. Yanukov. Oh man, now I know what I'm making tomorrow. What you gonna make tomorrow? And President, thanks for that idea. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of that got a bit too leathery, the mushrooms. But it wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Huh. So, let me clean up. There we go. Nice. No, that was not bad. That gave me hope again. It worked. It worked out. It didn't work out perfectly, but I'm not a perfect cook. It tasted better. I could eat it. I could eat it. I would not be completely disappointed if I had made them. And this was like today's dinner. I wouldn't be too happy about it either, I'm gonna be honest. Not like, yay! But it would be okay. That means we are evolving and we are getting better. And we found out it works. I just need to get the timing and the ingredient mix better. And know what to mix with what when. Oh man, that was good. Now I'm tired. I'm going to go back to my computer and get the laptop ready. I hope I'll finish this today. Patty pilled. How filling? Bit hard to say because I wasn't that hungry. I had eaten before. It was just 3 patties. It's like, but they were okay. They were okay. President, search beef stroganoff. There's a bunch out there. Haven't made it in a long time. Yeah. Can we see the time well? Yep. Good visible. Well, it's not just about the patties. It's about, can we use the solids as ingredients for something else? And that, I believe, is a resounding yes. We can. I just need to learn how. But we can. And that's a great thing. Is it better now? Easier to read? I think this way it's much easier, right? Looks like it. Yeah, great. Okay, well, with that, I'm going to be in the chat. I'm going to mute it now. I'm going to be in the chat because I want to get the laptop ready. I really hope that I can get it ready today so that I can test it tomorrow the whole day and Friday half the day, because it should work on its own Friday. It's important that it works on Friday. Yeah, now you can see the very cool thermometer. Awesome, right? It's a great thermometer. Yeah. And with that, guys, thank you for being here again, for spending the time with me, for learning with me, for helping me, for giving me advice, for helping my hand, and for being great comrades on our journey to the stew. With that, I wish you all the very best and a beautiful day, no matter where you are and when you are. And I'll be in the chat anyway. Okay, bye.